Hello, my name is Dr. Leisha Chiles, and I am a Senior Staff Therapist at Counseling and Consultation Service. I'm going to be talking about grief and loss in this video, including common responses to grief, ways of coping, and when to seek help. I want to highlight that grief is a natural response to loss. It's an emotional reaction to losing something or someone that you care about. The experience of grieving is different for everyone. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. Grieving process takes time. The amount of time that it takes to heal is different for everyone. Healing cannot be forced or hurried. There is no normal time for grieving. Some people feel better in a few days or weeks or months, and for others, it may take longer. It is important to acknowledge the grief you may be feeling and be patient with yourself about that. Understand that grief reactions can come and go. They can reemerge over a period of time. Recognize that most grief reactions do soften over time. Here's several common typical grief reactions. They can include shock or disbelief, feeling like how can this have happened, feeling anger at the person that has died or at how unfair it might be, a sense of guilt, sadness or depression, fear. Sometimes loss can bring up a sense of our own mortality. There's normal physical symptoms of grief, and they can include changes in appetite, so feeling overly hungry or not hungry enough, experiencing a low energy level or fatigue, experiencing a stomach upset or headaches, sleep disturbances, so sleeping too much or having trouble falling asleep. Things that may be helpful during a time of grief include taking time alone if you need it, or spending time with others, whether that's physically or virtually. Expressions of care from others, and also helping a friend who may be suffering the same loss as you. Diversion. Giving yourself extra amounts of things that nourish and replenish you. So, watching a sunset, taking a hot bath, naps, or taking a drive, taking a walk or a hike, eating a favorite food, creating a project to help others, making art, doing a craft. Do not underestimate the healing power of small pleasures. Grief can be an emotionally and physically exhausting process. It's important that we take care of ourselves as best as we can. Setting goals, creating small goals for yourself, something that you can look forward to. Setting up a video call with a friend or a family member that day, or watching a new movie or a favorite movie, planning a trip for next month. And also permission to backslide. Grief is not a linear process. Sometimes we may think we've recovered and something else reemerges again. Here's some ways to help yourself. Invalidate your own feelings. Acknowledge and accept all feelings, both positive and negative. You may not feel comfortable with these feelings, but they are normal and to be expected. Talk to others. Telling the story of loss can help some people. Other people may not want to talk about the loss, but can find it comforting just to have someone sit with them. Listen to others. Remember that you don't always have to respond with words. Write down your thoughts. Use a journal to document the healing process. Accept help from others if it's offered, or ask for help if you need it. Allow yourself to cry. Tears serve a dual purpose. They offer emotional and physical release. Celebrate the life of the one who died. Remembering the good times can help present a balanced picture of the person. Celebrate your own life. Ways to help a friend. Be supportive by just listening. Talk openly and honestly about the situation. Use an appropriate, caring conversational tone. Show that you care by listening attentively and showing interest in what they have to say about their feelings and beliefs. Share your feelings and talk about similar experiences you may have had. Try to avoid the phrase, "I know just how you feel." If symptoms of depression become very severe or persistent and they are not coping with day-to-day activities, and encourage them to get professional help. In many instances, people move through their grief on their own or with existing supports and resources. But sometimes we need outside help or assistance. This can happen especially if you're experiencing multiple stressors or coping with cumulative grief. When to get help. If you find that your feelings are persisting in ways that are uncomfortable to you, if you're experiencing disturbing images intruding in your waking life or dreaming life, if your use of alcohol or other drugs has increased since the loss, if your reactions are getting in the way of doing what you need to do for school or in relationships, if you're concerned about how a friend is reacting. Warning signs include continuing bouts of depression, social withdrawal and isolation, suicidal thoughts, continuing feelings of helplessness, hopelessness, and despair. If you are in need of additional support, call CCS at 614-292-5766. If outside of business hours from 8 to 5, you can still call the number and select option 2 to be connected to a licensed mental health professional. Again, that number is 614-292-5766. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and take care.